which is in English, the Hebrew roots. And the word that we're going to break down is right there in the middle. So go ahead and just take a couple moments to see what you can come up with. I'm actually interested to see what you all come up with this. Let me double check myself too, because I be doing too many things. Yeah.
It's given unto us. So when we were yet without strength in due time, she that died for the unrighteous. For scarcely for a righteous man will one die, yet for a venture or a good man some will even dare to die. For the Lord commended his love toward us, and that while we were yet sinners, she had died for us. God is silent, I'm a silent,
my Messiah, my King, my Adonai, and you do not put my trust. It is in your hands that Yahuwah has placed me in, and you I am safe. For who you set free is free indeed, and your love is so comforting. Only by you can I walk purely, and I say hallelujah for you being my Messiah. My Messiah, my Messiah.
To help y'all too, to help y'all go ahead and do the breakdown as like far as like the what they mean, you can think negative. That's why I said go ahead and tell them, because yeah, negative. Think negative, y'all. Think negative. Since I give y'all one little bit more time because of that.
Right off the bat, does it also tie into your tithe, what you bring for?
Not kind of, sort of, but not directly. So I would say not directly.
Down, down, down. You gon' find that ladder when the trumpet sounds. Tables turn, now they trying to count you out. Just be patient, you gon' turn around. Wake up, Jacob, wake up, shake up, wake up, Jacob. No time, get go. Hey, tell the things, be patient. Get back to that covenant. We build our nation, hey, take that, build it all, sit crown on your head, take that sign off your back when it's white, but my understand. Take the hedges in the highways, a lot of people in town, some of the bloggers and the journalists, they get it online, they need to be in sports. But in the documentary, these stars to make platforms, you cannot trade, you cannot fall. Let us sleep on worldwide, being black with Islam. Taking day walks, first follow.
Last time you bought me something?
You left it at the house.
You left it at the house.
Down, down, down. You gon' climb that ladder when the trumpet sounds. Tables turn, they tryna count you out. Just be patient, it's gonna turn around. Wake up, shake up, wake up, shake up, wake up, shake up. Your time is close. Hey, tell the thing, be patient. Get back to that covenant. We build our nation. What's next? I see war, I see famine, enemies coming in like blood. I always understand it, they can't wait to push that button with the smoke is, I can still stand it. Lord, the hour, had a little baby, they got some flavor, straight in flames, but we use these channels for waking up Jacob. Well, down in your riches, all we want is the kingdom, and we gon' chase it. We tried up, time to work, leveled up, but we down to earth, we got to stay in the spirit. And the second is about to get serious. We got a king and a priest. You know we gon' follow the Savior. It's the truth. It's not entertainment. You'll never stop me awakening. Little Jacob in the faith of me. Put the law in his heart and mind so we can be. I know you remember. You will down, down, down. You gon' find that little in the trumpet. Tables turn, they try to touch you. Just be patient. It's gon' turn around. Wake up, Jacob. Wake up, wake up. Wake up, Jacob, your time is short. Hey, time to be patient. Get back to that covenant. We build our nation.
All right, all right, all right, all right, all right. I can't fast forward the slide because I didn't have time to do all the details. They keep it. No, I did it the breakdown, but I didn't have time to hide it, to like push it on click. So I think when I hit the next screen, it's just gonna pop up. So we just gonna hold right here. And what do y'all think the word is? And I think I see Afshiyah said the same thing on here as well. And then I was kind of thinking about doing just the root word. The root word just for y'all is Tazar. So it would just be the first two characters. So Tazarah, root word, Tazar. Individually, what would you say like the Tazar could represent? And online as well. You could type it in the chat or unmute and say it.
The way.
We got some Olivia. She said she said the way. She said the way, which it could be correct. I like that. I like that. A hook. I like that. Anybody else?
I would say your plans. It's like when you plan a trip, you plan your path, route.
A route, a path, plan. And even for me, like I wanted to take a little bit more time with the word because I try to go levels deeper. So I'm excited to hear what y'all think. What about the second word character? That can represent what?
First.
So we got first, we got head of a man, and somebody said chief.
Eyes.
You said what?
Eyes.
I'm
Highest.
the highest. Yeah, see, that's high level thinking. That's good. The highest. Yes, I like that. He said ancient. You said ancient path. First path. Yeah, that could be. Okay, I see what you got. Huh?
I'm kind of thinking about something. So I'm just gonna say, if this is in a negative sense, could Ra like maybe pertain to like an idol?
It could. I don't think in this context for this word that it will be, but I'm not saying it's not wrong. That's not wrong. Yeah, that's not wrong. Yeah, that's not wrong though. But it could be. No, because it takes, that's the type of like, it takes the thinking because it's not natural. It is natural to us. It's just we've been separated from it. So it takes those type of talking out loud and thinking, because just as I was doing this, before y'all was coming here, I had the word already, but as I was typing this breakdown, I started doing multiples, and I was like, oh, and this. So yeah, just talk it out. What about the last character?
Just came to me first time ever that the rod could possibly represent creation.
Yeah, too. Yeah, like creating a man. Yeah.
I know that in your instance, you're negative.
Yeah, creating though is it could be. And then the last one, the ha. So we got the spirit, we got the one that's on the card is probably behold. Anything else?
And you said negative, I just had to
Yeah.
regroup.
But you can still say what you think it the word, like what can the character mean just for the exercise? Yeah. To reveal. That's what I'm asking, not necessarily just for this. Yeah, I'm asking this part in particular, just what the characters mean, so we can figure out of those which ones it could be if it's negative. So yeah, like you said, reveal, look, one that I'm starting to, look up, so something in the sky.
Sometimes too, context will be king, but joy, because when we feel joy, we pray.
Halawaya, the halawaya. Yeah, I agree with that as well. Yeah. And I think one that we didn't say, I'll just go ahead and click over. I think one that we didn't say for the path is it could be a stronghold. I wanted to put this in here, just how things go. But remember when we did the land of the north? Y'all remember we did land of the north? That word for the north or north was Taza Pond. Taza Pond. Anybody remember what it meant?
I do.
Go ahead, Mara.
Because I learned something. That's why I love this language. The north means in our English language, Pond, and it's like that's the trail or path that's been on the outskirts. You've been put on the outskirts of creation.
And
right, because in our text, the center point is always Jerusalem. So when they give directions north, south, east, west, it's always referring to Jerusalem. So if you're north of Pond, you've been put on the outskirts.
Right. And then we were saying how when he used it, he also used it in a way that he said, I'm gonna bring this upon you. So we were saying how I'm gonna bring a stronghold that will scatter you to the four corners of the earth. So we use that as a definition as well. So that man laying on the side, the Tazah, could be a stronghold, or like I almost gave one of the words away. Like bringing something
submission.
Oh yeah, or capture. it could be that as well. Like, because one of the words they can use for that is like to hunt, or snare.
Not Ezra. The prophet laid on the side.
Ezekiel.
Ezekiel.
Right. So so basically, well, with the words up there, I forgot to ask y'all, what did y'all think it meant negatively? But I could still ask. Because y'all honest people, right?
Yeah.
Like, what you in a conclusion, what did y'all have as y'all's conclusion, not individually?
Be strong and wrong.
Any clue what the English word could be? I know it's hard because it's tough.
I had more stronger on answer.
What did you have for the positive?
Yeah, I was going with like the path, and I thought it was just kind of like going to the Messiah and actually brainstorming. He was saying the commandment. I thought it was kind of like, to me, like an obvious, you know what I mean? But once we went negative, I kind of jumped out the car.
It was like, oh no. Okay. And I think probably everybody's in the same boat.
When you said, like, I was like Verge, I'm like, I was going with your title, expected end. So I was like, okay, the Most High is doing this. So I was like, the trail or the plan of the Most High revealed. And his plan is to destroy the nation and elevate us. Then when you threw that wrench in there and said it's negative, I was like, it sort of can still be negative. The Most High's plan is negative for them,
Right.
and positive for us.
Right.
So it still could be the Most High's plan revealed because it's all bad. So,
Right.
but now I'm anxious to see what the word is.
Yeah. And honestly, man, it went so quick, but you kind of said, you said the Most High is doing this. The Most High is doing this. That's one of the things that's what I think that it means that. I think this word means that too, that the Most High, literally, that the Most High is doing this. Let me see. So I put 3 up there. Did I skip one? Okay. Well, the word meant trouble or straight. Trouble or straight. Straight, I was asking Naraya about it yesterday. Straight is just another word for like distress. So if you look it up in the blue letter, it's H6869. And they'll say Sarah, but they'll tell you how to pronounce it, Tazara, and they got the Taza character. And the outline says it's straits, distress, or trouble. Okay, go ahead.
So I had actually put darkness, judgment, or destruction. And I looked at it only because I noticed that first Taza could be a man laying on his side. So I thought about a man he laying on his side, the Most High, and then the spirit. So I got destruction out of that by the Most High ultimately killing the man. And if you take the spirit away, there's nothing there. So that's kind of how I got like destruction, even though trouble, straight, yeah.
I can see that. That's why, like, don't quench your spirit. Don't wait to the end to give the answers, because you helping everybody. Like, say what if you wrote something down, say it. Like you helping everybody. So yeah, like y'all gotta we ain't nobody special in here. Like, so yeah, say your answers, because that's more related to what it means, trouble or straight. So I just started, I kept to what I did for the breakdown. Behold, the chief's stronghold. And then this is the chief's spirit's judgment. We know the chief is the head of the man. Of course, the spirit is represented by the ha at the end. And then since that path is like a stronghold, or man laying on his side, then that can represent judgment. So then I typed that up real quick. Then I was like, well, who's doing this? This is the Most High doing this. And so I said Yahweh's correction or Yahweh's judgment And Marah, just thinking out loud, he at least said that he felt like he could see that it meant the Most High is doing this. He didn't know what my word was. He didn't know any of that. So that's why it's good to, just share, right, right or wrong, because these words can mean more than one thing. That's just how Hebrew works. English is kind of more, kind of locks you into certain things versus the Hebrew. I feel like it gives you kind of see the functionality of what the word is doing. So the word is straight or trouble.